totally and brutally honest here. Sean Corbin makes Valery Brudov look like Ivan Drago. It's as simple as that. He's beat what's in front of him tonight. He faces me. He's going to visit mental demons again. And let's get something straight. Come to me, mate. You come to me. Next time, ain't no judges going to be needed. I'm going to do worse than Kovalev. I am going to do worse than Kovalev.
On Saturday night, mate, you better hold it together. I'm going to smash it near you to pieces, mate. I'm going to hit him. When he gets in the ring and we get 10-ounce gloves on, I'm going to smash his head to bits. I'm going to do it November the 30th against all odds. No matter what people say, the journalists write what you want. All as I'll say is tune back in and then look at me on December the 1st when I am world champion. It's as simple as that.
I'm willing to die in that ring. It's as simple as that. I am willing to die. I'm willing to die, Zachary. Is he?
You fucking right.
It's episode 382, Boxing Asylum Nuthouse podcast. Let's get on to the belly of the weeks before we finish. Gabe's here, Andy, Ozzy, and rapping Rob Kelly. First nomination. Just leave him alone, Rob. Tony Bellew. Just finished my 2-hour podcast, says James English, with world champion boxer Tony Bellew all about his life. An absolute legend, not just in the ring, but outside as well. I'm sure there was a lot of stories we haven't heard from Tony. He doesn't really talk that much.
Well, I was just going to say that guy's going to be up for a Pulitzer, because how did he squeeze 2 hours out of recluse Tony Bellew? He must have really got him to come out of himself there. That's marvellous stuff, man. 2-hour podcast. How did he manage that? That's incredible. Just leave him alone, will you? Stop inviting him on 2-hour podcast to tell the story of his life. Well, things must be slow for opening up new supermarkets on lockdown anyway, so he's got to do something, hasn't he?
There's not many fridges getting sold these days, you know.
Fuck, he'll be on the aluminium windows next, like.
Yeah, nomination for Tony and James English. Nomination, I don't know if you've listened to this one yet, Andy. The Punchline podcast with Tom Davis. Eddie Hearn was the first guest. Absolutely. This is about as funny as an Operation U-Tree investigation. Matchroom Boxing launched the Punchline podcast. Comedian Tom Davis hosts new series for 10 episodes. Mega laughs guaranteed. Andy, you need to get on that tomorrow.
Who the fuck's Tom, whatever his fucking name is? Tom Daly? Tom Davis.
Tom Davis.
I have no idea who the fuck that is. So, the chances of making basically tuning in are between slim and fuck all.
Between slim and anorexic.
Yeah.
Andy's not going to be tuning into that one. Porky Russ has nominated Steffi Bull for buying custom-made face masks designed by Susie Wong for our fighters and coaches in the gym. As always, a first-class service. No sign of them yet, says Porky. Sean Stevo has nominated Chris Lloyd. I'm blocked by Chris Lloyd, but someone sent me this. Apparently, some lady on a platform called Cameo was shouting out to Rolf Harris and Jimmy Savile. You can pay celebrities on this to give shout-outs on birthdays and whatnot. And she was talking about Jimmy Savile, as she called her, like Donnie famously once. Exactly. Well, the thing is, Rob, Chris Lloyd said, even by 2020 standards, this is surely the pinnacle of madness. So he's been nominated for Bellew of the Week for not taking it in good spirits.
Well, yeah, but she said, hello, all you cool cats and kittens. Rob Harris, your children have been telling me so much good about you. That's pretty good. But you can get Floyd on there now as well for $1,000 as we covered on Bellew of the Week. So for a meagerly £1,000, you can get a message from Floyd, get him hocking aluminium windows, raffling iPhones, whatever it is he's up to these days. Like, you can get Floyd on Cameo as well. So maybe we'll get AB to do a drop for the podcast when he inevitably folds and joins Cameo for a meal and a hot shower. We'll get him do a nice big intro with Andy where he says, I'm finally fucked out looking for a handout on the Boxing Asylum.
Looking for a fucking handout. Good old AB. Yeah, we should get him on. Carol Baskin, apparently this lady's called. She was talking about Jimmy Savile, but it was Chris Lloyd who was pontificate. Chris Lloyd's one of these guys, always crying, isn't he? Oh, we forget sometimes what these fighters do for us. He's blocked me anyway. He has another podcast, rival podcast. It's not the
Who blocked Steve Wellings? Like, I don't know the guy, but you know what I mean? Don't be blocking Wellings, like, fucking hell.
I know. You want a few. Scott Quigg blocked me as well.
I think I've only been blocked in the boxing world by Steve Kim.
He hasn't blocked me. Dan Raphael blocked me. Scott Quigg blocked me. I asked Quigg once why he blocked me. He says, I don't even know who you are. And I blocked by darts legend Mervyn King as well. So there you go.
Paul Smith must have you blocked as well.
Oh, yeah, Paul Smith as well, obviously.
He's blocked me as well.
Speaking of me, man.
Steve,
Smigger blocks you for following him.
Yeah.
Who's blocked you? Chris Lloyd, does he?
Yeah, never spoken to him in my life. Because he came on the scene, he was doing videos, and he did, when BT first came on, he did their promos, and they were really good. But then he got involved with all the Sky Boys and stuff like that, and clearly didn't like what we stand for. So yeah.
No, mate, you were just guilty by association. I think it's because me and Tommy had a go at him one time, and it's just spiraled for there. Eh? Yeah, I mean, just blame me. I mean, I get blamed for everything. I don't give a fuck.
Sometimes you get blocked and you don't know until someone tags you in on like a tweet Bellew of the week.
I'm like, who the fuck's this dude? You know, I don't have a clue who it is.
Ashley Theophane blocked me. Somebody tagged him in for Bellew of the week because he was promoting Deliveroo or something, and we both got blocked for the pleasure.
Yeah, Theophane's blocked me actually because I forget why. That was my fault though. But I was only calling him out saying that he doesn't deserve. He was saying he deserved a world title fight or something like that a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but the GBU is a world title though.
Fucking GBU. GBU like a offence, doesn't it? GBU in the streets. Oh dear. No boxing first. Denise has not blocked me yet. I'm still working on that one. Let's move on. Don Maidment and Tom Gray were talking about Floyd Mayweather. Prince Frank Nitti said, in relation to Tommy Hearns, Floyd would see that shit coming, all wide punches all night, easy fight. So there you go. Tommy Hearns, Rob, against Floyd Mayweather. Floyd would see that shit coming, all wide punches, easy fight all night.
Fuck off. Wide punches.
Let me tell you, Tommy Hearns, drilling is killing, baby. Straight right hands and fucking straight left hooks. Or straight left hooks. Straight jabs followed and by lead left hooks. Fucking Tommy Hearns, wide punches. He must have a mistake with someone. You think he's Marcus Maidana or someone? Fucking wide
Or George Foreman.
What are you talking about?
Wide shots, man.
Have you ever seen Tommy Hearns fight? Like,
did he not see Duran get knocked out by Tommy Hearns and how he set it up with the jab, man? Fake the jab twice to the body and drop the right hand, man. Fuck it.
My favourite shot in the world. That's my favourite shot in the world, that one. That's fucking taking the body right hand over it. Get in there. This fella's never fucking seen a fight, has he?
Nah. Prince Frank Nitti. Nominated by Sam Dorset at The Real Deal over on Twitter. Nomination for Benavides, David Benavides, 300 over on Instagram. He had this strange mock-up cartoon thing of all the super middleweights bowing to him. He said, it don't matter who is in front of me, I will make them all bend the knee. Hashtag Benavides 300, hashtag WBC, hashtag champion. He also tagged in Oscar Valdez, who liked it. So the boys there. Nomination for Sam Jones.
The best thing he's done in about 2 years, him Benavides, apart from a bump.
We seem to have lost somebody. I think Gabe's disappeared there. You've scared him off, Rob.
Sam Jones, I heard the name get mentioned. What a fucking serpent, by the way.
I was just about to nominate him, Andy, just for being Sam Jones. He hasn't even done anything this week.
Fucking serpent to a man, that, by the way. And I've had people, I had one respected writer supposedly in the game mentioned to me that he's a top bloke and stuff like that. I'm sorry, the man's a racist, right? He didn't even fucking admit to it. He tried to fucking double down and fucking talk his way out of it. Just fucking own up and say you made a mistake and you try to learn from it and move on from it. But no. And then when it comes down to like insults on Twitter, for example, he's always the first one to kind of go to the mother comments, like, "Oh, I got after your mum" and all that sort of all that. He's pattering his banter shit, and as Ozzy says, he isn't even fucking licensed, isn't registered. And he's just just one of these people who. I'll just say it. He shagged a fucking female boxer. That's how he got into the fucking sport, right? And here he is, fucking pontificating and telling us, how things are and stuff like that. The man is a fucking serpent and he's a fucking fraud. I don't care who knows it by the way, but I'll tell you what, that's what he is. And I don't care if you're respected in the sport and you're coming to me telling me, oh, he's a good bloke, top bloke, looks after his fighters. Maybe he does look after his fighters, but he's still a fucking serpent. He's still a prick.
Sam getting a nomination, and he will do every week from now on, as long as I'm here. Yeah, Gabe's disappeared. He spooked me a bit there. He's no longer with us, unfortunately. Dave C. Davey Coleman 1 has nominated Baxter Cavan on Instagram for claiming Dave Allen will probably be a problem for any heavyweight in the top 15, maybe the top 15 IBC rankings.
Fuck me.
A problem how? Like, is he want to move in with him or something? Like, I don't know.
Oh.
Who knows?
Who knows, indeed. Talking of problems, Devon Haney's had a problem lately. He's been nominated by Gavin Stevens. Pornhub, not even the same since this OnlyFans shit came out, says Devon Haney. So when he's not polishing his WBC belt, he's obviously polishing something else.
He's polishing the helmet. Oh,
Well, he's obviously spending a lot of time online when he's getting emailed world championships left, right, and centre.
Yeah, but can I say something, by the way? It just tells you about all that bread that he's making, right? He's fucking bitching it. He's got that Pornhub, which is free, isn't he getting any free content now that he have to go to the OnlyFans where you got to fucking pay for it?
He's just about to make the transaction, and he's like, bing! Oh shit, another WBC belt. Brilliant. Oh, something better.
As long as he doesn't log on to Cash App by mistake, Andy, and send a few quid to AB.
He should log on to Patreon and send us a few quid.
Yeah, go on,
throwing it about.
Hashtag kitjohn/boxofsound.com.
Yes. Well said. Well said, boys. Let's move on. Sean Stevo has nominated Tony Sims on IFL TV. They call him the dark-haired Canelo. Tony Sims says, as John Ryder works on shot power and speed. Said no one ever, says Sean Stevo. We love John Ryder on this podcast, but the dark-haired Canelo might be a little bit of a stretch. Barry Jones has said...
Wouldn't be a great translation in Spanish either, by the way.
Yeah. We'll take your word for that one, Rob. Barry Jones, as much as I would love to see a Brit get a shot at Canelo, I think stylistically Canelo versus Golovkin is still the best we could see. Stephen Bremner thinks otherwise. I still believe John Ryder is all kinds of wrong for him. The Callum Smith fight plan against Canelo equals a win, but it all depends on the judges, unfortunately. So John might get shafted on the judges against Canelo, says Stephen Bremner. I don't think he watches too much boxing there, the lad. Shuey MC... it wasn't sure. It was me actually nominated EJC 1867, responding to Kid Galahad. Kid Galahad says that Josh Warrington is going to jump out of the divisions to avoid him. You'll be fighting for a vacant title, says EJC. He doesn't want any of that smoke after last time. Well, let me tell you, dude, nobody wants any of that smoke after last time, Ozzy. I don't want to see Galahad in the ring against Josh Warrington in a rematch anytime soon.
That's strange. You told me that it was one of your favourite ever fights, and you couldn't wait to see the rematch.
Yeah, I don't think so. It was terrible, wasn't it? I believe it was Galahad's fault. Did I have Galahad winning the fight? I think I did, didn't I? I actually did have Galahad winning the fight.
Yeah,
So what am I talking about?
I'll tell you what, if that does happen, it'll be interesting to see what happens if it's on Sky or Hearn looks to create a new pay-per-view starring Warrington. That will be interesting.
Oh, it'd be difficult, I think, trying to put Warrington on
Well,
pay-per-view.
that's right. He re-signed with with Hearn, didn't he?
Yes.
Warrington.
Yeah. I don't know what the crack is, actually, because Shakur Stevenson's vacated the title now, hasn't he? So he's gone up to Super Feather, and they're talking about Michael Conlon.
Does that make that woman that he hit at the gas station the mandatory now?
He doesn't want to fight her, apparently, in a rematch.
Have you heard Conlon's opponent? It's the French guy, Warrington blasted out, like Takuchi.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're doubling up him and Frampton later this year in Belfast, apparently. It might well be October if they can get some body, if they wait until they can get some bodies in. But yeah, Conlon Takuchi was what is doing the word.
My God.
I don't really know what to make of that. Warrington blasted him out in 2 rounds, and I don't know. They're probably
He's going to fight on a Dennis Hobson show last time, I heard.
Yeah, I got told that, as well. But yeah, Conlon Takuchi and then Frampton versus who knows. Needs to be a decent test on what you'd think.
It's strange with the Eddie Hearn situation because for all of these fights that have been announced, this fight camp and whatnot, we've got Cheeseman, we've got Eggington, we've got Felix Cash. I know we've got Dillian White, but we haven't had any announcements the likes of Ryder, Smith, Saunders, Warrington, all these other, the sort of next level up. I mean, we're still waiting for these guys to find opportunities. It is a bit odd, but I know because of the situation, they're not going to put them in without fans and all that. But especially Saunders. I mean, I don't want to go down a rabbit hole anyway. We'll move on, shall we? Errol Spence has been nominated by David Almond 86. Rector Ferrari bought a horse.
Yes.
Hashtag country shit. It's not going to end well for Errol, is it? This.
Listen, that's my winner this week, by the way. I don't know if you've seen my response to him, by the way. Christopher Reeve on the horse. then Christopher Reeve in the wheelchair.
Oh,
You know,
fuck's sake.
can you imagine the amount of money he spent on those teeth and those posts in his mouth and that fucking thing does some sweet chin music on him? It'll fucking kill him, man.
He's off on Tanglefoot now. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my horse in the old town.
The road.
What does he think is Spence? Maybe he is indestructible, man. Fucking unbreakable Spence. That should be his new nickname.
Can you imagine coming out the club and that he sees there's a man running down Dallas High Street here. He's just took over red light. He's on a horseback.
It'd be funnier if after all that, right, getting flipped out of the Ferrari at high speed, going through
horse
the
kills
like,
him.
Die hard, that the horse just kicks him in the head.
Kills him.
His return, though, from the accident has been one of the strangest PR moves. You think he would sort of get his head down and try and get back again? He's been tweeting out how invincible he is, buying horses, ATV bikes. Ain't nothing can kill me, bro. Nearly every week. I mean,
Yeah, did he get a scrambler last week or something as well? Did he get a scrambler last week? He's fucking on a mission,
dirt
man.
bikes.
You're a fucking wrecking machine. Oh, fucking hell, man. Yeah, he got a scrambler last week. That's right. Fuck me. A scrambler and a horse. What's next? He's going to start doing some parkour or whatever the fuck that shit is. Climbing up the side of mountains. Dicing with dirt every week with Earl Spence. New reality show. Oh.
He's going to unify the titles, move up, unify again, and then live till he's 100. And we're going to have to sit to get down to his knees and bow down to him. And he's some boy, the invincible.
Tell you what, right? I'm going to be raging if he beats Crawford. Like, I really want Crawford to beat him.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Just positive, even more now, so that he's getting scramblers and all that. Like, I really want Crawford to fucking give him something to worry about now. But
yeah, no, I was the same because you see before Crawford fought Burns, and that I'd still to see it in Crawford really, and then obviously what he's been on to achieve that, and he's still at this point, he's still needing that breakout fight. He needs that breakout win, that name, and I badly want him to beat Spence in that because again, he's another one wasted talent, pissed it all up against the wall. Crawford though, he's the one that's constantly. He's just, he is the bad motherfucker that you read about. Spence is just a fucking waster.
Good one from Josh Foster in the chat, talking about Eggington against Cheeseman fight. Egg versus cheese equals 2 scrambled brains.
Well, listen, we should take bets to see who's going to come out the most deformed at the ring out of that fight, by the way. Who's going to end up with cauliflower ear? Like, remember, like Kevin Mitchell did against John Murray. He had to go and get his ear drained because it was basically like folding over because of the weight of the blood and stuff,
Oh, that's going to be brutal, isn't it, that, man? Someone's brain cells have got to go. They're just going to punch shit out of each other.
Excellent. That's what you want.
Yeah, I suppose.
50-50 fight.
Martin Hilder has been nominated by Matthew Russell, responding to the Matchroom female fights. They will give most male boxers a run for their money. Truly some powerful and skillful female boxers livening up the game. And Matt has nominated him for that. And final nomination for Sam Jones, just for being Sam Jones again. Just throw him in at the end there. Quite a few, actually. Quite a few good ones. Any nominations from you, Andy?
No, mate. None for me. I was going to put up Errol Spence, but you've already put that up there. Which to me is my winner. I'm going to wake up this morning and some object is going to have fucking either impaled him, murdered him, or just basically volleyed him at a fence somewhere. I don't know how, where, or when, but yeah, he's got that streak in me at the minute. He just thinks he's invincible. And you think, like, after near-death experience, that you'd be like taking things a wee bit more easier. Not going out buying like a 20 grand thoroughbred and that, and hoping it's not going to kick fuck at you or throw you off, a la Christopher Reeve. So you got to watch these things, man.
Nominations from you, Rob?
No, nothing for me. Nothing for me this week. That Spence one is outstanding, though, especially on the back of him, as I said, hitting a scrambler as well. Like, fucking dead traps them, like, holy shit. Oh, on a mission.
Ozzy, any from you?
Yeah, just the one for me, actually. So it's a block. So earlier this week, Vitaly Klitschko turned, I think it was 49 or something, and Sky put a video out of him. It was his fight against Thomas Adamek. So there was a bit of like mocking Adamek in the comments from people because they didn't have basically a clue who he was. A lot of these people, and I'll just find the comment now. By somebody called John, who basically said Adamek was highly rated, but he was a poor heavyweight boxer. and the heavyweight division was very poor 10 years ago. Thanks to the likes of Derek Chisora and Dillian White for giving those fights and making the heavyweight division worthwhile watching.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Slate arguably one of the probably the one of, I think Adamet was probably the best cruiserweight in the world at that time. But yeah, you want to see Derek Chisora, and thank Derek Chisora and Dillian White for making the heavyweight division great again.
Fucking idiot. Right, I am going to go for. I liked the Chris Lloyd one, to be honest, but maybe not so much to do with Lloyd as you woman Miss Baskin. I'm going to have to go for Errol this week, I think. Andy, who are you going for?
Errol Spence, mate.
Errol Spence, that's 2 for Errol. What about you, Rob? Who are you going for, Rob?
Spence, baby.
3 for Errol Spence. Your decision is academic, Oliver, but make it anyway if you wish.
Yeah, Spence.
Well done, Errol Spence. You are Bellew of the Week winner for episode 382.